place all of the aid on a site in piles and rows, kind of like, imagine, if you will, the Hunger Games. When distribution happened, the Israeli Defense Force would release the large crowd and the building crowd of Palestinians from a security line about 1 kilometer away, respectively, to each site, depending on which site we were using. And then that would turn into only what I could describe as like the Gaza Olympics, or the survival of the fittest. That it just became an all-out race to the sites to get the aid. That created in itself a lot of chaos, a lot of people moving. The entry and the exits at each sites were very narrow and constrained. So imagine a large crowd of people, thousands of people, moving through an area, coming into a very narrow point on a site that's surrounded by berms and razor wire. So everybody's contained in this site, fighting for survival. I mean, these people are starving. They're dying. They need food. Fighting for survival, literally, to get food. And then pushed off of the site by UG security by using pepper spray, tear gas, stun grenades. Also shooting warning shots at the crowd as they leave. And as the crowd leaves, they're also being fired upon by the IDF, who are firing warning shots at them to keep them going a certain direction. So if you just imagine thousands of people, a congested site, one way in, one way out, people fighting for survival, women, children, the elderly, men, the disabled, trying to control that is impossible. A Palestinian man was on his knees, hands and knees, and he had a backpack, and he was picking up individual dried noodles. Because by the time he had got there, because he had a disability. There was something there was something wrong with his leg. So when they released the large crowd to come to the site, he was one of the far later people to get there, and there was nothing left. All the boxes of aid were gone. There was nothing left. So he came with his backpack, and there were still other people on the site. So it wasn't like he forced his way onto the site. He was there with everybody else. There was just nothing left for him to get. So he was picking up individual noodles and putting them into his backpack. And the IDF called on the radio and said, hey, everybody needs to leave the site. So the UG Solutions personnel start coming through as per what became normal, throwing stun grenades, tear gassing people, warning shots. And one of the UG Solutions guards came up to this guy and sprayed him in the face with an entire can of pepper spray, mace, OC spray. Industrial grade, like riot control pepper spray, not the type you buy on a keychain at the gas station to go out and take on a run.
Well, it's true that UG Solutions personnel use pepper spray, smoke, and flashbangs to prevent trampling in the crowds of civilians that are trying to seek aid. These systems are deployed consistent with their intended use. There are safety measures in place, and there have been multiple instances in which UG Solutions personnel have successfully dispersed crowds, saving the lives of women, children, and starving individuals unable to lift themselves out of a crush. Warning shots have been used to disperse crowds. But contrary to what Mr. Aguilar says, no UG personnel have ever directed warning shots at civilians. On the ground in Gaza, warning shots are directed upwards, in the air, and towards the coastline, not towards folks seeking aid. Let me be clear, the allegations from Mr. Aguilar regarding the use of force are false.
There's gunfire. rapid gunfire. In the video, you can hear the rapid gunfire, the automatic machine gun fire in the distance, which is the IDF. The IDF had a position that was about 200 meters to the southwest of the site, and they were shooting warning shots from a machine gun toward the crowd. But in that video, you hear distinctly, without question, the very loud and abrupt rapid fire of a assault rifle. Pa 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 pa. And it's happening right next to or within close earshot of the person filming, which was me. And he's shooting towards the crowd, towards the crowd of Palestinians that were leaving. He began shooting at them. While he is shooting, he says, you can hear on the video, and he says something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, woohoo!" Another contractor who's in the shot of my video, who's standing about 10 to 15 feet in front of me, but looking at the same thing I'm looking. He and I are both looking in the direction down the exit chute, the metal fenced exit chute of the site. He and I are looking at the same thing. And then he says, audibly in the video, it's him that says it, you can see him say it, "Damn, man, I think you got one."
When I told him to hold there, I don't want this to be too aggressive.
Yeah.
Calm me down. But that's an option because they're right there.
That might be that might be the only option, keeping him from fucking back.
I think you hit one.
TikTok south from 5-1 over.
And what I saw from standing there and looking, because my camera was focusing on the direction of the shooting, and I'm looking, and as the bullets are hitting off the fence, hitting at the feet, hitting going overhead, one of the Palestinian men who is carrying a large sack drops to the ground. Not moving. As that happened, you have a guy, a UG Solutions contractor, an American contractor, shooting. Not at a threat. These people were 150 meters, 200 meters away from the site, leaving. They weren't posing a threat at all, in any way whatsoever. Much less were we shooting to defend our lives. And he's shooting in their direction. But remember, no one qualified on their weapon system.
Go. We'll be here tomorrow, but we need everybody to leave. We need everybody to go. Please.
We're there as tourists. I don't understand the inability to understand that legal nuance that Americans are there on a tourist visa. We shouldn't be spraying, stun grenading, pepper spraying, rubber bullet shooting, warning shot shooting, or shooting at anyone. The only time we should ever engage with our weapon is if the threat is imminent and it's a threat to our life.
6-8 are moving through.
Mr. Aguilar's statements are false, self-interested, and an attempt to seek retribution against UG Solutions. Mr. Aguilar was terminated from his contract with UG Solutions on June 13th, 2025, due to poor performance, volatile conflicts with staff, and erratic behavior. Since termination, Mr. Aguilar has spread a false narrative to media outlets around the world while at the same time begging UG Solutions to hire him back. Mr. Aguilar's activities in the last several weeks make clear that he's making good on his threats to, in his own words, make UG Solutions, BUG Solutions, worst nightmare if they didn't hire him back.
Fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.